What's up YouTube? It's your boy FootyVision back with another banger video today. And today, North Melbourne have been shit for years, boys. So today, we are going to win North Melbourne the premiership. Unbelievable. Alright boys, so this is what we're going with for all the settings. So we've got hardest match difficulty, hardest contract negotiation, hardest trade negotiation. Capped 10 minutes so it gets realistic AFL scores. Injuries on, and then votes for Brownlow and Rising Star and shit. Postseason only, of course. Then we go to the North Melbourne. Then we turn off everything except North Melbourne. And then they tell you that the salary caps are only fucking made up. Bro, I don't give a fuck. Not imagine. Then we move on. And we go with the goal for the first season. I feel like we'll go with just win matches. Because it's North Melbourne, bro. They don't win matches. They've won like 3 matches the whole season this year. Second last on the ladder. Alright, so we're going to get straight into this. I'm going to sim the first season and then I'll get back to you. The goal is just to not finish last for the first season. Although West Coast is so shit at the moment, we'll probably be good. Alright boys, so the first season is done. It was pretty expected. We did a little bit better than I thought we would. We put off 6 wins, which gets us 24 points. Which puts us ahead of Port Melbourne and Adelaide. Melbourne and Adelaide. Port Adelaide. I just butchered the hell out of that. But yeah, those 2 teams were on like 4 points till like the last few weeks of the season. And then they just pulled off some wins somehow. Like, as you can see, probably like last 7 or 8 weeks, they got some wins. Like, at the start, you can see, like, their last 5 games. Like, at the start of just before those last 5 games, they were both playing, like, incredible somehow. I don't know. But, West Coast surprised a lot of people, getting 14th. Impressive. Harley Reid must have been going off, boys. Yeah, but we get 16th. So, what I'm going to do is, I'm going to show you... Actually, no, I'll come back to you guys when I've re-signed some players. Alright, boys, because our poor performances in the season, there was a few players that just refused to re-sign. So everybody on this list is the players that we're letting go of at the end of the season. And now, boys, I'm going to do some free agency signing, and then I'll come back to you once I've, like, built the full squad. I'm going to do a lot of trading. I'm going to trade all our draft picks. I'm going to try and win now, and I'm going to try and sign some really good free agents. And then my goal is, I'll show you guys before the season starts, I'll show you guys my roster, and I'll show you guys what we're working with. But I'm going to do a lot of trading. All the draft picks are going. I'm not fucking around with any draft pick, boys. I'm going to try and build a premiership winning side. And I'll show you guys the full squad once I get back. Alright, boys. So first player in free agency we're going to pick up. You guys can't see the name on the right, but some of you guys might know by the overall and the draft spot. It is Jason Johannesson. I was hoping he'd accept for that amount, but we're going to have to go a little bit up. He's an 83 overall, though. He's won a Norm Smith medal in the past. You can't get much better than that. He's got experience in the finals, playing for the Bulldogs. He's played in 2 grand finals. Yeah, so we had to pick him up. Next, after that, we're going for Liam Jones. He's a rock at the back for the Bulldogs. He's helped them transform themselves this year. And Bulldogs is like a threat to actually like win something this year. I forgot to put years on that stuff. But yeah, so we pick up Liam Jones. Then another superstar I saw that I really want to get my hands on. Also, you guys see Todd Goldstein? Only 68 overall, what? Yeah, anyway, boys, the submit button thing is still broken. So if you click auto negotiate, it takes away the submit button, which is annoying. So I have to do it manually. We'll take Jackie Gunston for 2 years, boys. That's a super signing, premiership experience. So we got to take that. I saw Nat Fife there, but I'm not really interested in Nat Fife. We're not on unrestricted now because the game's fucking dumb or some shit. We'll take Callum Archie, premiership player at the Lions last year. He's got not too much potential, it says in the game, but I feel like there's got to be some sort of dynamic potential because there's no way he's going to stay at an 82 overall, bro. I don't even think he's that old. Like, bro, there needs to be dynamic potential at AFL, like, 27, I guess. Otherwise, yeah, it's a bit tough. Are we still on unrestricted? Boys, I don't know why they take you off unrestricted. It's so annoying. Then we're going to pick up Mitch Duncan. He's a good utility. I think he has about 300 games IRL now. Because he hit 300 this season, I'm pretty sure. Maybe that was 250. I'm not sure. But I think it was 300 this season. But yeah, he's been a long time player for Geelong. IRL, I couldn't see him leaving. But in the game, he wants to leave. So who am I to judge? Jackie Gunston? No, we already got him. We'll pick up Jeremy Howe. From Melbourne to Collingwood back to North Melbourne. That's the kind of a vibe. And we can win him a premiership, hopefully. Boys, if this big recruitment doesn't work, I'm gonna lose my mind. I'm trying to win a premiership. We'll pick up Maynard as well. He's won a premiership with Collingwood, I'm pretty sure. Maybe 2. So that's premiership experience. That's what we're trying to build off. Howe's won some premierships too, but I forgot to mention that before. Yeah. We're going to pick up McDonald as well. Boys, we're just building off like... Oh, I clicked fucking... No, we're not going to pick up McDonald now because I fucked it up. McGovern we're going to pick up though. I like the look of McGovern. And we're not going to accidentally click auto submit. Oh, we're going to get fucked, boys. I'm not going to lie. Because the game... Chat, if you work for Big Ant Studio and you're watching this shit, can you please fucking fix it, bro? Every time I click auto negotiate, when I'm looking at, we're trying to sign one of the players, it just fucks it up. And then I can't submit it. Like, even if I sim forward in the future, I still can't, like, submit it. So it fucks it up. I don't know. I feel like that's not, like, a intentional thing that you guys have done. I feel like that's just, like, a mistake in the coding or something. Might not even be like the people that made the game's fault. It might just be like some glitch in the coding. But yeah. Alright, boys. And then we pick up Dane Rampy. And that should... No, we still got one more spot. So we're going to pick up Sexton. And then I'll show you guys... Oh, fuck. No, we're not going to pick up Sexton because I fucked it up. We're going to pick up Silvani, bro. That's a way better signing, low-key. Silvani should have potential, but it says fucking 79 overall. That might be another glitch. Because surely like a younger player like Silvani should have potential. But yeah, we're picking him up. Alright, boys. Now I'm going to do a ton of trading. I'm going to trade all our draft picks away. Going to try and trade some of the shitter players off the team. And we're going to build a premiership winning team. And I'm going to show you guys once the team's all done. So I'll be back. Alright, boys. The squad is ready, boys. It's ready. Alright, we got Jackie Gunston, Calamachi. I'm just talking about the new players, by the way, if you didn't realize. We got Mitch Duncan, Jeremy Howe, Maynard, Liam Jones, McGovern, Rampy. Who else we got? Kennedy, who I traded for. The Dogs player I traded for. Gardner I also traded for. Fife I ended up picking up later. It let me. Hunt I picked up in free agency. Lester I picked up in free agency. Zeri's overall went up heaps. I don't think he was in 87 before. Then we got Johannesen. We got stuck with Davidson, who I tried to trade, but I couldn't get rid of him. Then we got O'Brien. So Davidson was part of the Rory Lobb, Gardner, Kennedy deal. Then we got, yeah, that's it. But that's a whole lot better squad than what North Melbourne are rocking with currently. So we're going to get into the games and I'm going to sim a full season, boys. And we're going to win the premiership, hopefully. Alright, boys, the season is over. You would not believe our position on the ladder, boys. We are in the top 4, boys. Come on. We lost twice to Hawthorn though, throughout the season. We beat Sydney both times, though. So I guess you take some, you lose some. We have to avenge the Buddy Franklin 13 goals game by beating Hawthorn. We have to avenge that game. But we're making progress, boys. Alright, boys. First game of the finals. The gods have spoken, boys. We're versing Hawthorn. Can we avenge the 2 losses to them throughout the season? And we get the win! Flag North! Alright, boys, we had our week off because we won the first round of the finals, and now we go into the prelim. A spot in the grand final on the line. Historically, in the recent years where... well, not very, very recent now. But a while ago, when North Melbourne were making like finals and playing in finals, They made the prelim a couple of times, but could not make it to a grand final. So can we avenge that and beat Sydney and make it to the grand final? It is in Melbourne, which is weird because Etihad is our home ground, so it's weird that we're playing it at the MCG. But alright, we move, boys. Can we win it? And we take the loss. Disappointing, boys. We were so close, but so far. Alright, boys, so here's the end of season awards. Matthew Kennedy comes fourth in the Brownlow for us, and Josh Dunkley wins it. Harry McKay, Chol, and Kerno, 2 players from the same team, won the Coleman, and they didn't even win the premiership, I don't think. I don't even think they made finals, bro, and 2 teams. I don't even think Carlton made finals. Somehow 3 Bulldogs players are all up there for the Rising Star. I think that's because we traded all our draft picks with the Bulldogs. So they had like fucking 100 rookie players. But it worked out terrible for them because they didn't even make finals. So tough luck. As far as all Australian goes, we've got Liam Jones, Rory Lobb, Jack Darling, and Matthew Kennedy. Pretty good still in those Bulldogs players because we've got 3 out of 4. 3 out of our 4 All Australians are Bulldogs players. That's pretty good. Alright, boys. So we move. We'll get into the new season. I'm just going to skip all the preseason and I'm going to show you guys what the squad is like at the new season. Alright, boys. So we're starting up year number 3, boys. Alright, so I'm going to show you guys the roster. I'm not going to stick around too long on this. You guys might notice the new players. I'm just going to scroll through it. You can pause the video if you want to see. There's not too many. It's only like a couple of 80 overalls I signed because we're already up there good enough to win a premiership, I think. Alright, so I'm just going to sim the preseason game to show you guys what we're looking at for a season. Alright, so that's a win, boys. I'll get back to you guys at the end of the season, though. Alright, boys, we're at the end of the 3rd season. It's almost like we just fucking redid the last season because we finished in the exact same spot on the ladder. And we're versing Sydney again in the first round of finals. There's no way. Alright, we're gonna repeat our last defense and beat Sydney in the first round. We move on. If it's Hawthorn, bro, I'm gonna fucking freak. Nah, it couldn't be Hawthorn. Or maybe it could, actually. Alright, so we get Port Adelaide. This is a team that in the first season was last on the ladder. No, not last. Second last on the ladder. And now they've rebuilt their team somehow. And now they're in the top 5. Crazy, eh? Alright, we're going to sim that. And we get the win! North Melbourne are into the grand final! Huge! Fucking huge, bro. They'll probably get fucking Wayne Carey to give us the fucking trophy when we win that shit. Imagine if it's Hawthorn, boys. Oh, no, it's Sydney. Alright, boys. We have been good against Sydney in the finals, boys. We versed them twice in 2 qualifying finals this year and last year, and we beat them both times. And it's in Melbourne at the MCG, so I feel like we have a huge advantage. Alright, so let's sim this one, boys, and let's see what the result is today. And it is a win! We win! 95 points. No, that's not 95 points, I don't think. But we fucking trashed them. Let's go. In the Brownlow medal, Sheezel was the closest, but he's a long way away. He's probably like he's a 91 overall now. Pretty crazy. Lukios. No, I feel like I'm butchering that. Lukiosis or whatever. He's the guy who plays for Gold Coast IRL, isn't he? And Toby Green draw. They drew. Tim Kiefel wins the Rising Star. Don't ask me who he is because I have no idea. Once again, 2 Bulldogs players in the... Anyway. Rampy, who we recruited, gets in the All-Australian. Bro. And Sheezel. Only 2 players for a premiership winning team? Like, what? Anyway, boys, so we get the grand final win. Thanks for watching the video, boys. Make sure you like and subscribe. I'll be back with more bangers soon, bro.